Who's saying no to BC jobs and resource development, not labor?
My union has a proud history of working with First Nations group, and it's a great opportunity for them, and it's a great opportunity for my union.
Not First Nations.
We gotta have a future for these young guys. That's why I'm pushing for this new prosperity.
So what are British Columbians saying?
The resource sector is what keeps BC's economy going.
Better paying jobs and long-term jobs. That's what I'm looking at. And it's going to be good for our young people.
Does BC benefit from a growing resource economy?
It's a simple answer, yes.
They say you're tapping all the phones. They say you use too many drones. That's what people say. That's what people say. They say you gave the cartels guns. The terrorists ain't on the run. That's what people say. And they got groped at TSA. But we keep trying. Can't stop, won't stop lying. It's like we're just denying the reality, saying it's gonna be alright. 'Cause events are gonna wait.
And we're back. I loved that video. When I saw it, I thought it was this genius original tune because I'm not hip and cool. And then people explained to me it's even more genius and awesome because that is a riff on a Taylor Swift song. So really awesome work from the comedian Remy. President Obama and his overreaching powers, theme of today's show, government overreach. Well, Obama done a lot of that this year, angered some Americans. Can he get away with it all? Can he just shake it off? Yeah, okay. Comedian Remy joins us with more from Washington. Better gags than I have. Sir, thank you very much for joining us on this Christmas Eve special. So you did the video, and then politics as usual has continued. I know you do stuff, you sort of divide you're in the comedy scene, you're in the Washington scene. What's going on now the past couple months?
Well, you know, a lot of stuff going on down on Capitol Hill. They just passed the big spending bill and left town for the rest of the year. So that's what's going on the street right back there, as you can see. Not too far, not too far from the Capitol.
What do you think, when you're looking back on 2014, and I know your video highlights a number of issues, what do you think was the one issue that got people, you know, regardless of which political side they're on, got people so stoked up about government this year?
I would have to say, you know, Obamacare. That's what's in 2014 has been in a lot of headlines, and a lot of the parts of the law, you know, went into effect this year, and a lot of people who thought they could keep their plan didn't turn out to be the case, and so a lot of that, people getting upset about that. So I think that would be the story, if there was one for 2014, definitely.
I'm always trying to get more people on board the Liberty train. I have friends in New York, like left-wing guys, who are like, yeah, I'm all on board with Obama. What? My premiums are doubling or tripling, whatever? What's going on here? Do you think that was kind of Obamacare was a watershed moment for a lot of people to realize, I'm not so crazy about the government taking over, you know, what is it, 1/6 of the economy?
Absolutely. And no, absolutely, you're right. I think what it was a lot of times we were debating the constitutionality of it, whether or not it was dishonest or a lie or anything like that. But now it comes to the point, and everybody, you know, over here knows somebody who had a plan and couldn't keep it. And then you start realizing, well, that's just, you know, what a lot of people don't talk about is this kind of mean. It's kind of mean to tell somebody that, you know, they can keep their doctor or their plan and have that not turn out to be the case.
And the drones NSA stuff, I mean, that was huge for a good few weeks in the news cycle. And again, I think it brought people on all sides to just kind of go, what is going on here? Do you think that momentum of the suspicion of just any government program, any behind-the-scenes program, is going to stay and it's like post-partisan zeal for a lot of folks? Or is it going to be business as usual with just the left-right sniping going on?
No, I think that went beyond, you know, traditional partisan boundaries. You know, when you had Rand Paul filibuster, John Brennan's nomination, talking about drone strikes, it wasn't Republicans or Democrats who just as one single group were concerned. It was all sorts of Americans. who were, taking to Twitter and expressing their concern. And you saw the same thing with the NSA revelations. A lot of people were trying to, speak out and say, this is not something that's cool. So if you are not, I always tell people, if you're not cool with, the NSA doing that, text yourself about it and let them know how you feel.
2015 obviously going to be a big year for figuring out who the next president is. Republicans sitting fairly pretty in the other houses of government. Do you think this whole suspicion of government is going to change up things from just being, well, whoever's the next Clinton or Bush who's around, it's their turn to get in? Are we going to see a new breed of politicians ascending?
I think probably a new breed. 2 years is a long time, especially in politics. So I don't know exactly who it will be, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a new breed, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's not somebody like Hillary Clinton or Jeb Bush. I think that maybe that is just a previous generation of politicians, and there will be a new generation on both sides.
One thing I can't figure out, the debt ceiling conversation was really high octane, polarizing. And, me as more of a libertarian leaning guy, I just thought, well, the fiscal issue is so clear. And, even if you have your left-wing social policies, you're going over a cliff. What more do you want? But some people were still impervious to, I thought, fiscal sanity. Are we going to see everyone, Democrats included, going, all right, fine, we got to roll off this debt addiction, or is there no progress being made on that front?
I was hopeful. Last couple of years, I was pretty hopeful because it seems, just like it seems to you, it seems so clear. But, especially after a couple, weeks ago, the most recent spending bill, that both sides really aren't concerned with debt in any substantive way. So I am less optimistic now, Anthony, unfortunately.
We just got a minute left before we go. For folks who liked your video, tell me what the Falafel album is and how any last-minute Christmas shoppers can get that for people.
A lot of I do musical comedy, so most of the songs are music videos on YouTube, and then a lot of them are on iTunes as well. I just had one recently called "All About That Paste," which is a tribute to my love of homemade hummus and and not so much store-bought hummus. So if it's in a silicone cup, it's no good.
Fair enough. I'm with that on the hummus and the tzatziki. Remy, thank you very much for joining us. You take care, sir.